Okay. I'd like to start this off by just, late last night, Will Compton called me and went down to his room. He lost his mom sometime between 10 and 11 o'clock last night, and it was a long night for him, and he ended up going home this morning, went back to Nashville, and drove with his wife over to St. Louis to be with his dad and his brothers. So our condolences to him and his family. It was difficult for him, and we talked to the team about it this morning. Also, we saw Tack McKinley get carted off today. We sure hope he's okay. He's a great player, really well respected in the league, certainly well respected by us in our locker room, and we hope he's doing okay. Other than that, about the game, real excited for our guys and to win a game in that fashion and play with the effort that they played with all the way to the bitter end, even when it looked like, probably it was going to go the other way, to come back and have a drive and to stop them and then get the punt out and then have a drive and go down and give Daniel a chance to hit a field goal. Well done by our players. Really excited for them. And right now, again, it's been a long time coming to win a game like that at the end. So can't say enough about how they played. We ended up -2 in the turnovers. It's difficult to win a game when you do that. We had some issues back there with Hunter catching the ball. It was a lefty punter. It was a little bit of a swirl in the wind. But still at the end, I thought he made a great decision, get his hands on the ball even after the ball was bounced. Saved us some field position. And, defense held right before the half and gave up a missed field goal there by them. Obviously, now you look at the end of the game ended up being a big deal for us, right? So the first stop by our defense to start the game, and then a big punt return by Hunter, and then the first drive for us on offense to go down and hit a touchdown was certainly big for us then, and it loomed really big as the game went on. So that being said, I'll answer any questions you may have.
A lot of folks will be on the offense, getting a second chance, Carlson making the field goal, but Hank made that big play on the third down to stop show. How big was that just to you guys?
Yeah, it's the second time, right? You go to the Dallas game, it was Hankins makes a big play in the second, they come back out on the screen. So I just think we're always thinking he's going to do that right now. It's the way he's been playing all year. He's been a force inside, and I thought he played, again, to the bitter end for us and made a big play.
Rich, it was obvious through social media seeing the players. They weren't real excited about having this game postponed and having to come 2 days later. What does that say about them to be able to kind of transfer that on the field?
Well, again, I think they have the right to, speak their mind when that particular thing happened. I thought they did a really good job of coming back to work yesterday and resetting to some degree. Credit to our defense. We weren't sure what quarterback we were going to play against and try to prepare for all of them. And credit to the Browns before, right? They've gone to Pittsburgh a year ago with a lot of COVID issues on coaches and players and came out and then won that game. And they came out today and they played really good football, really physical football. And it was a battle to the end for both teams. So credit to our team preparing for, to some degree, jersey numbers. I think they probably had to do the same thing. We lost Hobbs this morning. We didn't know that was going to happen. They didn't know that was going to happen. We lost Will Compton last night. Again, just jersey numbers and to some degree nameless, faceless players, except we all know who 95 is for them. But, again, credit to our guys for the way they finished the game.
Carlson's made so many big kicks for you guys this year. I think it was the last one he made 2 weeks ago. Josh was saying he's calm on the sideline whenever he's in that situation. He's seen him do it so often. Is that the whole team? Is there just like a great confidence with him if you get anywhere within range in a big situation?
Yeah, well said. I think our team has a great belief in Daniel. They see the way he practices. I think they have a great belief in the battery, from Trent to AJ and then to Daniel. They get to see him in practice, to get to see the way they work, see the way they handle themselves in meetings and carry themselves when it's a miss, the way they carry themselves when it's good. So I think we all thought we were going to have a good chance to go out there and let him kick a 48-yarder. I'm excited that he made both.
What kind of rapport did you see today between Derek and Zay? It felt like Derek looked at
between Derek and
Zay, especially in big spots.
Yeah, I think there's, I think they'd like to have a catch or two back, and I think we'd like to have a first down back and finish the play. And But they have great chemistry anyway. And we had a couple uncharacteristic drops, I thought, today as well, where we had a chance for a couple of big plays. I know Deshaun was open across the middle, and he had a big play for us. And then I know he'd like to have that one back, as a drop. So we'll look at all those things. We'll get back to work. But he's getting good chemistry, hopefully, with everyone. I know Foster had some plays today as well. And we'll see what the injury status is of some of our guys when we get back home.
You talked about the swirling wind a little bit. It looked like in warm-ups, Carlson was struggling a little bit to kind of figure that out. Did you know where you had to get today? Did you guys have a range on that last drive where you had to get?
Yeah, I think we always know. We certainly confer with him, and the wind was changing a little bit during the game. I think they took the ball to start the game. They won the toss and took the ball because they wanted to go in that direction in the fourth quarter. So we had some conversations about that as well. And if we'd won the toss, who knows what would have happened? But we always know, and it'll change. So we know at the end of the second half, also when he warms up, what his range would be regardless of where we're going. But in that situation, we hope to get the ball to 40. We're going to take a shot at a field goal, right? Give him a chance to win it.
What was the initial prognosis then on Derek? Obviously, he came back in, but it looked pretty bad at first.
Well, I think he got his ankle caught. Sounded like he got his ankle caught up there from the guys upstairs that saw it. And he came out a little bit, and they checked him out, and they said, Carr's back up. So if he's up, he's in.
How much confidence did you have in that second chance for the offense? Obviously the first time they, Derek overthrew Zay, got the pick, but then you guys getting the ball back, how much confidence did you have the offense is going to be able to do that?
Yeah, again, we've been moving the ball all day. We just had some drops and some plays we'd love to have back. I think we were real disappointed in the drive before that. We threw the ball way down the field and got an interception. It was really bad by us, and we'll look at that and hopefully do a little bit better job with that. But it's I just think anytime we get on the field, even though we've been sputtering at times, we feel like we're going to get ourselves in a field goal range, at least have a chance to win it.
Was that like a good representation of all you've preached these last few weeks about, staying the process and, not getting too caught up what happened forming the end game with all that went wrong and to still have that drive?
We'd like to think so. Again, it's we all know we go out there how important it is to win a game, right? We wouldn't be playing them. We're all pro football players, and we understand the situation we're in, what the race looks like. And so, again, we've been playing to the bitter end. I think a week ago is a week ago, and we gave up a big play towards the end, uncharacteristic a little bit, gave up a gap, and it was just a matter of time before Cleveland was going to come out and try to run the ball, down our throat for as long as they could, and they had some good drives and did a good job there in the end of the fourth quarter. But our defense held when they had to and forced a punt, and then our offense came down and gave Daniel a chance to win it. So, I'd like to think we're just going to keep playing to the bitter end and see what happens.
You talked about the last 72 hours. The players have their right to express their
Right.
frustration. How have you dealt with? How do you feel about how everything was handled?
I've learned a long time ago, if I can't control it, it's nothing to really, get too worked up about. And we tried to convey that to our players, right? Here was a situation that was dealt to us, and then how are we going to respond to it? And I think, again, credit to them. They did a great job. We gave them the day off when we didn't get on the plane, and guys came in the next day and kind of treated it like another Friday on their own. They got their lifts in. They got their body worked on. And then yesterday we kind of reset the whole morning. We started at 7:30 in the morning or 8 in the morning, and we kind of went ahead like it was the day before, just like it was the day before. But a lot of credit goes to them. They did a great job of resetting their focus and getting on the plane and getting ready to come play a game.
That's good. All right.
Okay, thanks, guys. Thank you.
All right, guys. Hey, Jones. You just walk us through kind of the last drive. What was the offense's kind of plan and how close to what you guys wanted to do did you get done on that drive?
It was a 2-minute drive. We had to go win the game. We've been in that position before. And just a huge credit to the guys all around me. I mean, they didn't blink. From Derek to Marcus to Nate, just encouraging me to finish strong. And having Renfro and Brian there as well, just all the guys. It was a really special moment.
How much did the offense just want another chance after the interception after the first chance there at the end?
Yeah, it was heartbreaking. I was running down there as fast as I could, laid out for the ball. Their guy made a great play. And to be honest, I was a little defeated. When I came back to the sideline, I was frustrated, and Derek grabbed me and said, I'm coming right back to you, and you're going to win this game for us. And it just reignited the fire in me. Marcus said the same thing to me. Nate, just guys rallied around me, and I tried to do the best I can to just be ready for that moment. And it was just such a beautiful way to close the game. And our defense, especially getting us an opportunity to get the ball back, and our special teams to close it like that, it was a complete team effort.
I just want to be clear. You're talking about the interception or the when you were short?
The interception. The interception, yeah.
Can you walk us through that final reception that you had, that set up the field goal? Just what did you see from Derek? I mean, he rolling to the right. Just what did you see? What were you trying to do?
To be honest, I went kind of blank. I just heard the call, and I don't remember what the call was. I was really in the zone at that point. those 2-minute drives, they happen pretty fast. So just trying to line up as efficiently as possible, trying to fight through fatigue and things like that. Excuse me. And really just try to set up our team to get in position to either score a touchdown or kick a field goal.
Zay, as creatures of habit, pro football players have a certain routine, and then when you guys are told you're getting ready to get on the bus, and then say, no, we're not going for another 48 hours, and you get here, and then the game starts. And what does that say about how you guys are able to compartmentalize all that and still kind of go through and play a game and get the win? Yeah,
I mean, the schedule, we can't control that. We as players, we go through so much, I think it's a time to recognize, too, our teammate Will Compton and what he's going through. And that's just really sobering, you know what I'm saying, because that's life outside of football, life that's way bigger than football, and we play just the game. That's it. We play the game. Of course, we love it, but there's so many things that go on in our lives and stuff like that. So, I mean, if a schedule change occurs, if it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we just prepare how we know we need to, and we suit up whenever Coach tells us. So prayers go out to Will and his family. Huge win for this team, huge win for him. I know we have his back, and I'm just really proud to be a part of this football team.
After Derek tells you you're going to win us this game, I'm sure you look up and you still need to stop on defense to get the ball back. Just what was your sense that was going to happen? Do you have a lot of confidence in that guy, or what's going through your head on that sequence?
Well, it just showed me that Derek had a lot of confidence in me, and just a trust and belief in my teammates all across the board, not just Derek alone, but my defense. Those guys, they play their ass off. That's what they do. From Maxx, Yannick, the linebackers, DBs, guys really showed up today against still a really good offensive unit. Has a tremendous run game. So just trusting and believing that we're going to have an opportunity, no matter if it's 10 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever it takes to win the football game. Just stay alive and we're still in it.
How big, just overall, just big picture, how big is this win for you guys as a team?
It's a big win, but it is one win. We wanted to be 1-0 this week, and that's what we got done. That's what we accomplished. So we'll put this one to bed. We'll move on because we have another tough opponent coming to us at home.
Well, guys, good. All right,
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Ooh, what's up, y'all?
Maxx Crosby?
What up, y'all?
You guys obviously needed that stop on third down to get the ball back. Did you expect them to run? Did you expect that? What you guys doing?
Yeah, we expected them to run. They did a good job in the second half. They had a couple times where they, Nick Chubb was running that thing hard, so we had to make a play. And it's just a credit to the coaching staff, the defense, everyone, coming together, getting those three stops in a row, and getting Derek the ball back.
The third down play in particular, it's a team effort, obviously. Hank got you there, though.
Oh, yeah.
What do you say about him?
Oh, Hank, it doesn't surprise me whatsoever. He's one of the best run-stopping guys in the league. He always comes up in big times, big moments, running downfield on screens. The dude's 340 pounds, damn near, and the effort he plays with is insane, and that goes for our whole group. Guys are playing their tail off, and we gave our offense another chance.
Statistically, this might have been your best defensive performance of the year as a unit. Did it feel like it out there, or did you guys were locked in?
Yeah, I felt like we played well. There's a couple drives in the second half where it was just one or two things where we let them slip out of the pocket, like on the one touchdown, and then they ran that one in. We got to be more sound. I think they had like 60 yards at half. We just got to have that complete game. But we found a way. At the end of the day, we got our offensive ball back, and that's all you can ask for is giving DC a chance to get us a dub, and Daniel finishing the job. So we'll learn from it. Obviously, I got to watch the film, but it was a fun day.
The last 72 hours have been kind of wild. You getting on a bus and you're not, and then you're going back, and you guys are frustrated, and you have to lock in. Like, what is this last 72 hours been like?
It's been pretty cool. Everyone was freaking out. So they were mad. Cleveland guys were all upset. We were, a couple guys were upset, but I was fine with it. My calf is a little sore, so I got to lay back, get some more treatment, and play some Fortnite. It was a good couple days, so I'm not complaining.
The big picture, I guess, what does this win mean for you guys?
It's one win. We're 7-7. We are what our record is. We just got to take it one at a time. This is a big step on the road. no matter what it is. We had some guys out, they had some guys out, and we got to win. We found a way. So we got Denver next week. Need to lock back in. We only got 6 days to recover. So we're excited for the challenge. We always love playing Denver. We know what kind of game that's going to be. So we're looking forward to the challenge.
Besides Maxx being able to take that time and get the treatment and play Fortnite, I mean, how easy or hard was it to compartmentalize and just say, you know what, we can't control the schedule being flipped on us, and it probably, even the owner said they should probably come fly to Vegas and play you guys. But how easy was that to compartmentalize and just kind of, this is what it is?
Yeah, Coach Bradley talked about it. Coach Bisaccia talked about it too. Like, we had a little team huddle. We're about to get on the bus to go to the plane, and all of a sudden, boom, we're like, all right, we're not playing for another couple days. So they talked about it. He's like, who's going to handle the curveball the best? That's what Coach Bradley said, and it's like, we could have felt bad for ourselves, had another excuse for this and that, and came out flat. But, it's a testament to the guys. Everybody in the locker room stayed locked in. Everyone took care of themselves, and we came ready to play. So it was awesome to see.
What's the level of confidence when you guys have a guy like Daniel Carlson trotting out there?
Yeah, it's funny. I was I'm on the sideline. I 100% believed in Daniel. He's money, and we're sitting there and we're like, all right, we're checking out the wind. I'm picking grass up off the ground, seeing which way. Sorry, excuse my language. But we were just laughing. I'm like, all right, we're trying to make sure we're all good. And then he hit the first one. I'm like, all right, he's gonna hit the next one. So it was exciting.
Maxx, I know getting to the Pro Bowl was a goal you set for yourself. How does it feel to have that?
It's honestly crazy. I found out right before the game. I really didn't believe it. I had to take a moment. I broke down. I just put in so much work, and for having my teammates, my peers, coaches around the league, it's a dream come true. It's awesome. Individual awards are cool, but something like that, think about that as a kid, and I have 5 sacks, and I just want to show people out there it's not all about stats, because I've had double digits, I've done things like that, but it's your impact, and no matter what it is, it's your impact in the locker room, it's your impact on the field, affecting the game, no matter what stats I get. I believe I do that every single Sunday, and that's what I try to do. And yeah, it was super special for sure.
I asked you about compartmentalizing the other stuff. What about that then when you get that news? You said you're breaking down. How were you able to put it to the side quickly and get back in the game? Or what was that process?
Yeah, it was just it just brought back memories. Shouldn't get emotional. It's just I was in rehab almost 2 years ago, and now I'm in a Pro Bowl. It's just a blessing, man. I show up and I try to be the best teammate. I try to be the best teammate every day and show my guys that I care. And that shit just hit home, man. It was it's special. It makes my family proud. My girl, everybody around me is calling, blowing up my phone. I'm crying like a baby because I just know I've worked so hard, and it's starting to pay off. And Coach Marinelli, got to say something about him because he pushes me every day. Pushes me every day to be the best player I can be, and I want to kill him sometimes. He wants to kill me. But he just wants to see the best for me, and he knows what I want. I want to be the best in the league, and he pushes me to be that guy every day. And there's so many people I can go on and on, but it's just exciting, man. It's a blessing for sure.
Thanks, Maxx.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
How you doing?
The start of that drive for the offense, did you have a yard line in mind where you thought you'd be good from inside?
I mean, pre-game and stuff with the wind, I think 35 and in, 53 yard is kind of a comfortable range. After that, 40 and in, we could hit that. I mean, it's at the end of the game. At the end of the day, we're going to probably try whatever is realistic, and we could try and swing at. So, offense did a great job. Despite a couple penalties where got pushed back, but they found a way to get the ball to 30-yard line. 48-yard field goal. That's a huge props to them. Huge props to the defense making the stop quickly. So we got a chance to get the ball back. So, awesome finish to the game and awesome team win for us.
When you first go out there, what's the thought process in terms of you assume they're probably going to call a timeout? Are you just saying, hey, we're just going to go through the motions?
Yeah.
How do you?
I mean, you can't really guess. You just assume the first one's going to count.
And then, if you get a second, the second one's going to count. I kind of heard the timeout halfway when the ball was like up in the air, and I was like, all right, well, now I can at least figure out the wind a little better and stuff. So I think I hit the ball better the second time, just because, the first one I hadn't been kicking that direction on the field for a while. So, you kind of guess in the wind a little bit. The second one, I knew exactly what the ball would do. So, great snaps, holds, protection all night. So it was fun to be able to do my job and, get the win for us.
How much did the earlier kicks help you kind of get a feel for everything for the game winner?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. Any cold weather, windy game, at least it wasn't, Saturday was supposed to be rainy or, something. So at least we avoided that. But, any game like that, it's always, you got to try and figure it out. Halftime, pregame, stuff like that, and then throughout the game as well.
Can you hear the crowd when you're out there?
It kind of goes like dead when you get in the zone a little bit. It kind of turns into background noise. So obviously when I'm on the sideline and stuff and people are yelling at me, it's always fun. But even that, when I'm kind of into the zone, I'm so focused that kind of all. I'm not very good at multitasking. You could ask my wife. If I'm on my phone, I'm not going to hear her yell at me either. So definitely, maybe that's a good thing.
But when that ball goes through, do you then notice the crowd get silent because it's a road game?
Yeah, I mean, I noticed our guys start yelling and stuff. So that was real fun and good to celebrate a big win here on the road.
I guess, how much faith did you have as soon as that drive started, that second chance that the offense had, that you were going to be kicking the field goal?
Like I said, the defense did a great job stopping them, getting the ball back quickly. We had a 2-minute drill, no timeouts. So, for me it was, hey, I got to be ready. These guys are going to get me in range. It might be a chip shot. It might be a long one. Who knows? But I got to be ready, and I also got to kind of watch the clock in case we have a Mayday type situation. So, they executed perfectly to give us a good shot and good look at it.
What were you doing? Were you watching? Were you kicking?
Mostly kicking. I stayed by the heater a little bit, warmed up a little. Watch as well. So I kind of have a routine where I do that throughout the game when the offense has the ball. Whether I got to get ready for maybe a possible PAT or a third down stop, whatever it may be. So it's pretty similar, but when you have no timeouts, 2-minute drill type thing, it happens a little faster as well.
Is there a middle part of that routine, or are you just comfortable now that you've been in these situations?
What is this, year 4 in the league now? Like that's helped just put me in situations. And on Friday our coaches run through practice with us where we put ourselves in situations where they might call me a timeout before I quit kick or something, or have to kick it twice like we did today, stuff like that. So we do a great job, coaches, AJ and Trent, especially on Fridays, getting situational reps where I can put my mind through that and then be a little more comfortable game day.
One more? Yeah, Rich obviously is, as the interim coach, he's overseeing everything.
Yeah.
To win it on special teams like that and him being a special teams
Yeah,
guy.
it's awesome.
Is that,
It's awesome for us. We love, the whole team loves playing for him, but we're kind of his guys. We've been there for the last few years with him, and obviously he's kind of, we see him a little less now. He's a little busier than he used to be, but to get a win like that is definitely special when you're playing for an awesome guy like that.
Thanks, Daniel.
Awesome, appreciate it, guys.
Question for Derek Carr, guys. After you guys had the ball chance, interception happens, and then the defense takes the field. How much are you just giving that ball back? What were you thinking at that point?
Absolutely. In the situation where I was trying to be aggressive all night, especially with certain looks we had, and with the weather, usually you think just run the ball and all that. So I tried to come in with a really aggressive mindset. We had a lot of try and hit some big play kind of things. And so even there, I got the coverage I wanted, and I gave Zay a chance. And obviously their corner sped up, stayed on top, and he went and made a play on the ball, which I have to give him credit. He made a great play. And after that, it's like, please just I promise we'll win the game. I promise we'll win it. Just get it back. And the defense did. and we were able to go back down the field and win the game.
You go right back to Zay on that ensuing drive, including on the completion to set up the field goal. How much confidence do you have in him, and what's that chemistry? How's that chemistry formed over time?
Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect. We're still working and all those good things, but the chemistry is I trust the guy, And there was a slant Brian Edwards caught in the red zone. I think it was in the second quarter, maybe. I can't remember the quarter exactly. But to my right, single high coverage, and I told him that's trust down there, And same thing with Zay. I trust him, and I told him I went to him actually after that pick. Details of why don't matter, but I went to him. I said, I'm coming right back to you, and we're going to win this game. And because I knew I needed him, and I wanted him to know not only do I need you, but I believe in you. And even on the holding, he had a big play, big catch. And so super proud of him, super happy for him. Him and I have a very close relationship, besides football. When it comes to, talking off the field and spending time together, and he comes over to the house and all those good things. So, I trust him, and I'm just happy that we got the ball back, not, for my own sake, but so that he could get the ball back in his hands. And he won the game for us. It was awesome.
Derek, how hard or how easy was it for you guys to compartmentalize all the emotions of you getting ready to get on the bus, to go fly here, and hold on, let's pump the brakes and wait for a couple days?
Yeah, again, my teammates said things that I agreed with, and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, just how I was taught, I mean, life's going to throw you curveballs. There's going to be adverse times, and, I'm going to show up whenever they let us play, and we're going to play. Whether I agree, whether I don't agree, I don't really think it matters. I think it just it's good for you guys because we get to talk about it, just being honest. But at the end of the day, we all know it doesn't really matter. We got to play at some point. And after that game, we're going to stand there, we won or lost. And so that's kind of the approach that I took. I wanted to play. I have a schedule, and for me, I have a routine and things like that. So it messes with that a little bit. But if that's the hardest thing I deal with, this week, then thank the Lord, because we know we got teammates dealing with a lot more than that, as we know today. So our schedule is probably my routine, my schedule, how I plan my week. That's probably the biggest thing that changes.
I don't want to harp on the interception, but Zay talked about it too, that he was basically apologizing after. What did go wrong?
I threw a pick. I threw a pick. It was the coverage we wanted, and he'll tell you, that he wants to accelerate and go get that ball, and make that play for me. It's one-on-one. That's the safety's low. I threw it over the safety's head. But Zay's going to tell you he should have made that play and those things, and I'm going to tell you I threw a pick. Those are the things. But at the end of the day, we were able to get it back, and he made some huge plays for us.
What happened on the play? You got hurt, and how soon do you know you're going to be okay?
Probably took about I don't know how long, a minute in my brain. It's the same ankle I did in Pittsburgh. It's the same ankle I broke, and honestly, I think it's scar tissue that just keeps breaking. Because I hear these pops and this rush of pain, and I'm like, not again. I remember that feeling. And it wears off, and I'm like, oh, thank goodness, because when I broke it, it didn't really wear off. And the scar tissue thing's weird. It's not like rolling your ankle. It's just you feel these pop, like a whole bunch of pops, and you're like, is that all the ligaments? Because it hurts and all those kind of things. But, I'm on it. I'm okay. But when it first happens, for the first couple minutes, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I just prayed, and thankfully it wasn't anything serious.
On one of the plays, Marcus was saying you lined up wide left, and it took a while for them to recognize and get out there. Were you thinking that was the time?
I'm always ready. I joke with these corners all the time because I'll run routes and mess with them, and like I did with Trayvon and things like that. And I'll look at them and like, he's not throwing it to me. They're like, yeah, he's not throwing it to you. They just laugh. But who knows? Maybe one day I'll get a one-on-one. I am not a bad basketball player, so I can go up and get a ball.
Obviously you've seen Carlson make big kick after big kicks. What's the level of confidence that he goes out there?
Yeah, high, super high. And I think when you, in my brain, when we got that ball, got the ball back, I know what yard line I got to get Daniel to have a chance, And Daniel's proven over and over again for me. Everyone wants to. the comeback wins and all this kind of stuff. Oh, good job. And I was like, it doesn't matter if he doesn't make the kick, like, and he makes them, and he's proven it over and over again that he's a super confident player, good friend too, so that makes it cool. And I don't really watch the ball. I watch his reaction, because he always gives it one of those. And speaking of me being a basketball player, they're getting replacement players now. You hear about that? So if anyone needs an extra guard, I read that this morning. I was like, man, this is my chance. So I had to get anybody needs a shooter and some hustle. I got you.
You said you had a yard line in mind. Bisaccia said it was the 40 for him. What was it for you? And I guess you guys had to get there twice because you had got there once and had a penalty.
Yeah. So for me, I usually think around the 35. When Seabass was here, he would usually say, "Get me to the 50," and I'd be like, "Seabass, that doesn't even make sense." But with Dan, I always think around the 35, and if it's a little bit farther than that, I still think he can make it. Obviously, he shows it all the time, and if I can help him out with an easy completion, depending on time and timeouts and all that kind of stuff, lots going through, algorithms, I guess, going through my head, trying to figure out decisions and all that kind of stuff, but around the 35. But 40, maybe Coach is talking like Maxx and the wind and all that, I don't know. But I'm usually thinking around the 35. If it's on the 40 to 41, I know we still have a chance, obviously. But I want to get him as close as I can from that number.
You guys all set? All right.
Good.
Thank you, Derek.
Yep, appreciate it.